Your morning starts now. It's the Q102 Jeff and Jenn podcast brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport/fly healthy.
Regina is looking for a second date update with a guy named Nathan. Hi, Regina. How are you?
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
Doing good. So let's start from the beginning. How'd you meet Nathan and how'd the first date go?
So we actually met on a Christian mingle site.
Nice.
Of all the things, yeah. I was really leery about it at first, but no, it was great. And I thought he was awesome, like super nice and friendly, very approachable and relaxed. So like that was definitely a big change from the norm.
That's good.
Cool.
So like I've been on a ton of dates with men who are obviously nervous and they don't know what to say or act, and I don't know. I was really floored by him. He was awesome.
Good.
Like I had known him since we were kids.
That's
We were
infectious.
that
That's the
you know,
best.
yeah. When somebody's super comfortable, it helps so much.
Yeah. And like literally from the moment he picked me up, it was just like there was like an instant click. And we went to dinner, like the food was great, and we talked a bunch about like almost everything. We both had really rough first marriages, and we talked about that some. Like there was a lot of communication, and we had a lot in common in that department. Like we both married young, and we didn't really understand what all goes into a marriage at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like it was so open and so refreshing to have that kind of conversation and to communicate before we go like further down the road. And he was so open about talking about everything. So that was nice. And after dinner, he took me home and he came in for just a minute. He really wanted to meet my 3 cats because he's a cat guy, which again is really rare. But he kissed me on the couch and it was great before he left. And I haven't heard anything since.
How are your cats when guests come over, especially guys? Do they get weird? Do they hide? Do they hang out? Or does it depend on
No,
the
they're
guest?
super friendly. Like they just want to be pet and loved on.
Oh,
They're
that's awesome.
all 3 of them are lazy.
That's hilarious. I love cats. I had 2. We now have 1, but they're the best.
Yeah, I might end up with another one.
Well, how many you got now?
3.
You got 3 so far. Yeah.
Add to the collection.
You and Regina.
Oh, God. I do. When I'm in the kitchen, it's hilarious because they like being up on the counter because they're away from the dog, but they are just all up in everything that I touch. They're so curious that when I'm getting their dinner ready and I'm rinsing out their bowls, it's like their heads are in the sink and I have to constantly move them so they don't get splashed with hot water. And then when I'm trying to put their food together, it's this dance, and it's hilarious.
Yes,
I just
exactly.
feel like I'm just surrounded by cats, but they're so
Love
sweet.
it.
I just love them.
So he loved the cats loved him.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great kiss on the couch. Like I really can't think of what went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping y'all can help me out because it's very stressful.
We'll try. Like, how was it left when he left? Did he say, hey, you and me, we're going to do this again?
It was along those lines. Like he said he had a great time and loved the cats, and you know, nothing negative was said.
Right. And it didn't feel weird?
No, it didn't feel weird at all. It was super comfortable.
Wow. How long ago was this?
About a week.
Wow.
Okay. And I assume you sent him a couple texts.
Yeah, I sent 2, and I felt like a third one would have been really pushing it and made things weirder. So that's why I reached out to y'all.
What did you say? Like, hey, how's it going? Or, hey, I had a great time. Or, where the hell are you?
Well, first I was like, hey, I had a great time and hope to hear from you again soon. And then after that, I asked how his day was going, and then that was it.
Right.
Okay.
Then why don't we take a break unless there's anything else?
No, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Okay. Then when we come back, we'll call Nathan and see what he thought of Regina and if he felt the same way, if he was feeling that same connection. As Second Date Update continues next with Jeff and Jenn here at Cincinnati's Q102. Okay, Regina went on a date with Nathan. She met him on Christian Mingle, and she's been on enough dates with guys who were not very comfortable or didn't know how to act or kind of squirmy or not comfortable in their own skin. And this guy was just very sort of relaxed and very approachable, but she felt an instant kinship with him. Instant connection. They both had tough first marriages, and they learned a lot, I think, kind of going into this with the right side head on their shoulders. And so it would be great if this could work out. especially after the fact that he came by. He didn't. So you guys didn't hook up. He came for a visit and he met your 3 cats, but he didn't stay the night, right, Regina?
No, it was just a kiss. That was it.
Yeah, pretty good kiss?
Most definitely.
Okay. And everything seemed fine. He left, and that was the last she heard of him. She sent him a couple texts, and there was no response. So here we are again. Common situation. We find ourselves in second date update, but boy, I'll tell you what, just when you think you've heard it all.
Right.
But hopefully he just got busy or something else sidelined him, and he'd love to see you again. So if we can get a second date, that's our first choice. If not, we'll try to at least get you some closure, but we're leaning optimistic.
Yep.
Okay, let's call.
Hello?
Hello, is this Nathan?
Who's this?
Hi, Nathan. It's Jeff and Jen at Q102 Radio. How are you this morning?
I'm sorry, I don't really know. I listen to a lot of NPR. What's going on?
We do a radio show on Q102, and we have a feature on the show. It's called Second Date Update, where we try to reunite people who have lost touch. And someone called us about you this morning and had nothing but kind things to say about you, and was hoping to reconnect with you. We spoke to Regina, who you met on Christian Mingle. You had dinner with her. You met her 3 cats.
What about her?
Well, she was just wondering if there's any chance you guys could get together again. Evidently, she's reached out a couple of times for maybe a second date, and you've been very quiet. So I think she's beginning to wonder if she's being blown off, or maybe she said or did something to offend you. I don't know.
No, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, she was super sweet. Like, I really enjoyed my time with her on the date, and I respect her and appreciate her openness, I guess, or her willingness to be so open and honest with me. And it was very refreshing to be with someone who makes her wants and needs clear, I guess.
Well, that's good. So are you just bad at getting back to people, or was there something else about her that...
No, I mean, it you know, at least with honesty, it makes it easier to cut through stuff and figure out whether it'd be a good match or not. And she said some things to me at her place that sort of made it clear that she and I weren't a good match.
Oh, that's a bummer. What
She
was it?
made it clear?
It's just the things she said made it clear to me that it wasn't going to be a good... I mean, listen, intimately, I'm not into a lot of freaky stuff, you know what I mean? I'm pretty simple, vanilla kind of guy in a lot of ways like that.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to intimacy.
Yeah.
But there are some things that I do want and need intimately.
Okay.
And this is a little awkward, but after we kissed on the couch, she started telling me all the things she doesn't do in the bedroom.
All the things she
Right?
does not do in the bedroom.
Oh, hard limits.
Will not do.
Okay.
Yes. And it was, just to give you an idea, a few things that stood out. I'm going to be graphic here. Missionary only with me on top. No her on top. No reverse cow. She listed a bunch of things.
All things she won't do.
Will not. Like, it just rattled them off. No toys, no standing up, no sex outside the bedroom. She has...
Damn.
I look, I was just as shocked as you are. She has no interest in receiving... how do I say this nicely?
She does not?
Does not have any interest, nor does she have any interest in reciprocating that to someone else. And there's a few things on the list there that I would, at least personally, I would be sad not to have in my life.
Wow.
So strictly missionary. That's all.
That's what she said. Very strictly, nothing else.
Nothing else.
No, not. And I don't think a lot of those, the things that were mentioned are that adventurous. I thought that they were more, commonplace.
Kind of standard.
I mean, most of those things seems like stuff that is very inside the box. You know what I mean? Like, It just seems like when you have any kind of relationship with a partner, like I could see maybe not doing one of those things or the other of the things, but that's a pretty all-encompassing, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's sort of what I guess turned me off. I don't know. it just was very limiting, and that was sort of off-putting to me.
Okay, well, Nathan, we have Regina on the line, hoping to reconnect you two. So thank you for your honesty, because I'm sure she, at the very least, appreciates the truth, even though the truth can sometimes be painful. And Regina, I don't know what your reaction is to it, but I do hear your breathing on the phone, and I can't tell if it's out of exasperation or if you're just annoyed.
I mean, I'm kind of flabbergasted. Like, I didn't think you were like that. I thought we were on the same page, which is why I was so open with you. Like, you could have just said something that night.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, when I was, I guess, stunned by the way you just rattled off a list. Like, you just listed all these, like, okay, I'm not going to do X, Y, Z, da, 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 da. It was like you were, it was a practiced speech you had given before that, like, a teacher gives on the first day of class, like, listing all the rules the kids had to follow. It was uncomfortable and weird.
I mean, I'm a teacher. I teach Sunday school. It's kind of what I do, and these are things that I've learned I don't like, hence from the first marriage. But thank you for your honesty, I guess.
You listed all of the things. Like, is it that you don't like all of those things, or that you just are uncomfortable with them, or have not tried them, or?
I've learned that I don't like them in the past, which is why I shared with you, because I thought we were on the same page.
Okay. You know what every guy is thinking right now who's listening to this? They're like, well, obviously you haven't been with her, right, man?
That's right. You haven't had the experience of me.
There's some truth to that.
You think you don't want it.
That's right. That is true. Do you feel like you have had enough experience to really know for sure that you don't like it?
I mean, I've learned from my first marriage the things that I don't like, that I've had bad experiences with, so I just don't even want to cross that bridge again, which is one of those, like, I wish you'd just been honest with me that night. I would have understood.
Yeah.
I didn't want to offend you or upset you by just saying, look, I'm not going to, I don't want to date you again because of this. I just thought I would leave it in a nice way, and that would be that.
Right. I mean, like I said, I'm a teacher. Like, it's just Sunday school. Like, it's just what I do. That's how I talk.
We lost Nathan. I heard a doink. I looked over, and we lost him. I don't know if we lost his signal or if he accidentally
gave
hung
up and bailed.
Well, it doesn't. You mean to get him back, or do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you could try him back.
Okay, let me call him again.
So maybe he made that choice, the executive decision.
I'm still here.
Yeah, we still got you.
It's going right to voicemail.
All right. I think we've been hung up on, Regina. I'm sorry.
I mean, I really appreciate the help, you guys. I didn't expect it to take that turn, but I'm glad to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Yep. Good to have the info. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you were honest with him. He was honest with you. Eesh.
It is what it is. Nobody likes to be ghosted.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Good luck to you. And if there's anything else we can ever do for you, don't hesitate to reach out. Give us a call.
Of course. Thanks, guys.
All right. Be good, Regina.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right. If you need our help with the second date update, send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
Up next, your shot at $1,000. The 1K letter of the day is next.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show Podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.